Geocaching is a cool little activity that you can do in the summertime. And if you have absolutely nothing to do and have nothing going on in your day, you could go on like a walk and you can like go geocache or something. We are going to be trying to geocache today and to see if it's really what everybody makes it out to be. If you don't know what geocaching is, I'm going to explain it. So basically, you got a map of your town. There are a bunch of geocaches around, and once you go to one, you kind of have to look around a bit to find it. Try, but I literally can't find it. Some are well hidden and have to take more time to find them, and some aren't as hidden. But once you find it, and you open up what's inside, you can take something from it, and then leave something also. So like you kind of like trade off. And then there's like a logbook, tiny, it's like tiny, and then you can write your, like, you can like, yeah. Anyway, the closest one to me was about 0.3 miles, so I got my backpack ready and headed out for my journey. The first one I went to was pretty close to me, so I decided to check it out, and there was this sick-ass bowling pin thing, but there was also a spider on it, so I decided to immediately run away. This one I was kind of confused about, and I kept walking back and forth on both sides of the street, and then I tried to get a hint from the app that said reflect it, but like what the hell does that even mean? Reflect it? And then I saw this thing that said push up on it, and then I grabbed it, and then like, whoa, it was in there. So then I took it out, and it was a log of everybody's thing, like I said, and there was also a piece of string. It was just a piece of string. If I'm correct, somebody got this geocache, took something from it, and then replaced it with some old ass string. Anyway, my next one was about 0.8 miles away, so I decided to go on my next journey, which means that this was my first official geocache ever. I tried to do a time lapse thinking that it would look cool, and it looked like ass. Anyway, I started walking to my next geocache, and it was this like big red chair, and the hint was to sit in it, and all the like comment feedback things were recent, meaning that it was still findable, but I could not find it no matter how much I tried, which was not that much, because I was paranoid the whole time, because there was this big red chair, and it was like on the side of the highway, and I didn't feel like sitting in a big red chair. And I mean, I looked a fair amount, but like I also did not like being on the side of the highway. So I went on to the next one. This one was at this like middle park area that's in my town. It was a pretty good place to hide a bomb. The hint for this one was where the community goes for information. Magnet. And yes, I used hint for literally every single one of these because I am too dumb to figure out any of where these things are. I don't know why I cannot find out where they are. It's too hard for my brain to handle. And yeah, on the back side of like this park wall thing, there's this newspaper area, which is where I assumed the hint meant. And somebody found this yesterday. I spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out where this is. I literally cannot find it. Literally can't find it. I'm trying so hard to find it, but I literally cannot find it. I don't think it's here. I think it got taken. Oh, yeah, it was underneath the newspapers the whole time. And that's basically how I ruined my life. Anyways, it had this this very nice like note in it, it's very kind note in it. And another string. Final geocache for today was by a pizza place, so I headed over there. And for some reason, it was the back of the pizza place, like where people usually don't go. I don't think they were open this day that I went, so that is very good, because if they were open, everybody would have seen me searching in like the trees for a box. Anyway, the hint was nested in the largest one out the back door. I was thinking that the hint meant the biggest tree, and I was right. It was the biggest tree. I went around the tree, and there was like this heart-shaped box. I think it was heart-shaped. I'm just making I think that was what it was. This one had a ton of stuff in it, like at least a lot more than before. I don't know how much stuff is in the usual geocache, but maybe I was just looking at those small ones. I decided that this would be my final one of the day, so I headed home. Well, that was pretty fun, actually. I won't lie, I had lower expectations. and I think that was actually kind of fun. So, do I think that geocaching is a worthy activity for you to do if you're bored on a summer day? Yes, I do think that. It's a good way. If you walk, you can get walking in for your day. You can get steps in. It's like, it's cool. It's a cool concept, and I think that you guys. It's a cool concept, and I think that everybody should be doing it, to be honest. I think that even though I couldn't find like half of them, I think that it was still a fun time, and I think that you, for yourself, should try it out because it was pretty fun. Anyway, yeah, it was a good experience, and I might even do it again. I don't know. Like, it's something that was enjoyable enough to where maybe I could do it again. It was like, yeah. And that's not usually like how I do things, but that was fun. Like, I did have a lot of fun, except recording in public. That was kind of embarrassing. Still, it was a good time. But yeah, if you have nothing to do, then I recommend that you should try geocaching. Caching. Is that how you pronounce it? Caching. I'm just gonna say caching. I think that's right. You should try geocaching because it's a very like entertaining. It's probably a lot of people's hobbies, and I think it's an interesting hobby, and I think even if you don't think you're gonna like it, I think you should just try it, and yeah, I think it's what it's cut out to be. I think geocaching it's a good for me because my opinion is the only opinion that matters.